Hello, my name is Bonnie Rose, and I'm your host for today's episode of Our Ventura TV. Today, I'll be speaking with Preet Kaur, who is one of the faith leaders at the Sikh Gurdwara of Ventura County. Preet, it's a pleasure to welcome you this morning. Can you start by giving us a brief description of the core beliefs of your Sikh Gurdwara of Ventura County?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for having me here today. The core beliefs. It's actually everything, everything you see, everything you don't see, everything you feel, everything you don't feel. It's the entirety, the totality of the supreme force, the energy that is around us, that is within us, that is in the elements, in the creatures, even in the smallest molecules, the sand, everything. When you ask core beliefs, it's more of like what is not in that existence, that is not the belief. So I think I'm going to say that it's when you ask about a core belief, you would expect an answer that either it's monotheism or it's polytheism. But Sikhism is none of that, but it's both. So it's more like seeing the one energy in many rather than believing in one or many. It's seeing the one source, the one beauty, the one energy, the one force, the one creator in the entire creation. So it's not like having someone up in the sky governing our lives, but rather having that one within us, around us, nurturing us all the time. So the core beliefs, I think, would be that the energy around us, within us, is actually one source, but that source is formless, is colorless, is genderless, is raceless, and that source is true, is truth. And when we are true, we connect to that source. And that source is a nurturer, a free caretaker who we don't pay at all, but takes care of us all the time without us knowing it, does not have bias, so there is no enemy, does not side anyone, is not scared of the rich, treats everyone the same. And if you look at like the queen that just passed away, when she's buried, the land will actually treat her, the gravity will treat her the same as how it would treat me after I'm dead, or anybody else. So that unbiased, undiscriminated nature, and not being born, does not die because it's not a form, is self-created because there was no creation. That is the creation. That is what it was, and that is what it's now, and that is what it will be in the future. And in order to understand this, if we understand the true message, which I believe every religion has when it was initiated, if we understand the true message of whatever we can learn around us, and we can connect to that source.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. So, based on everything that you've just said, can you offer us some possible benefits of people who might attend the Sikh Gurdwara?
A Sikh is a learner. The meaning of Sikh is someone who learns, and I believe all of us are lifelong learners. We learn all the time. One of the things why we go to school, or we send our children to school, or we homeschool them, or whatever, is for them to know the hurdles that they will face in life and how they can face those challenges. So the challenges in our lives that someone who comes to Gurdwara does not necessarily have to come to Gurdwara, can just read the message of the Guru, and that's it, because the Supreme is everywhere, not just in the Gurdwara, we believe. So a person will know how to deal with greed, attachment, ego,
Mm.
lust, selfishness, lying, deceiving someone, or even anger. All those things in life when you are connecting to the truth. Also, knowing that there is no special place or a special deity, am I pronouncing that word correct? That you have to impress, in order to achieve something in life. So if there's this assumption, Bonnie, that says that, let's take this thing out of everyone's minds, that if you go to a church or a gurdwara or worship center, it actually will not, resolve your sorrows in life, or you cannot, your prayers will not be answered. And my question is, will anyone go to these places? No, they won't. But the truth actually is that these places are there to teach and to make you a good person, and to make sure that you understand, at least in Sikhism, that there is nobody you're trying to impress here. There's nobody up in the sky you're trying to impress that will grant you something that is different from the other person, if your actions or your thoughts or your habits and your behaviors towards others are not
Mm.
aligned with what you're supposed to get. That's impossible, because this is the law. Like you said, the core, the universal law, the will, the power that we all live in. So what I sow is what I reap. I cannot plant an orange tree and expect to get pumpkins out of it, um, because that's not how it is. So understanding that you are actually going there not to impress someone, but actually to align yourself with the rest of the universe or the creation, is something not easily understood, but that is, I think, the goal. And the superstitions in our lives is another thing, like knock on the wood, which
Right.
means that, which means that, I think it means that to ward off bad luck or something like that. Why would? Maybe because it's nature, I don't know. But why not the humans? This is natural too. So superstitions that have made our lives difficult, clearing those out, because there's no superstition, no symbols, nothing in Sikhism that we believe. So understanding that nature is a part of you and your nature, and just being one with nature, I think is what is the goal of going to a gurdwara.
Wonderful. I just want to jump in for one sec because I want to make sure we have time for all of the questions, because this one is really important. This next one, as they all are important, but this one, I know that the Sikh community is very prominent in terms of helping others. So can you tell us a little bit about what types of community benefits the Sikh Gurdwara provides for the community?
First of all, it is the seva meaning community service. So our three principles. The first one is work hard. Whoever you are, you're not going to depend on anybody else for your income and your livelihood. So work hard, share with others, share your time, share your food, share everything. And the third one is
Mm.
connect to everything around you. So the second pillar, which is the seva, the community service, you might have seen Khalsa Aid very prominently going around the world when there's disasters, floods, earthquakes, or whatever. Also in India, where people are trying to feed the needy as well. Every gurdwara in the world will have langar, which is food. Because the food for soul is the message, and the food for the body is the langar, and you need the food for the body before you can actually have that thirst or that hunger for the food of soul. If you're hungry, you cannot want that food for soul, because your body is still not contented yet. So that, I think, is the main thing that the community learns, is how to share, how to do selfless service. A gurdwara like let's say in Punjab, the Amritsar, one of the main Gurdwaras that we have, feeds 160,000 people per day.
Wow.
And then, like on a normal day, which is not like a celebration, anything, on those days it could go up above 200,000. So yeah, I think this learning that you're serving everybody and there's no bias. If Bonnie comes or if Preet goes to Gurdwara, we'll get exactly the same treatment and the same food.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that. I'm so happy that you're there in our community. Just a few more quick questions. Can anyone visit your organization?
Anyone at all, yes. A Gurdwara, one of the main Gurdwaras that I talked about, had four doors when it was initially made. Anybody from each direction could walk in unannounced. You don't have to tell us who you are. You don't have to tell us what background you have. Whoever you are one, because the main thing that we believe is oneness. Everyone is one. So whoever you are, you're welcome. Anybody can come in at any time. There's no nothing that will stop you.
Oh, thank you so much. And it sounds like, do we need to contact you in advance if we do want to visit, or do we just show up?
You can come anytime, but the only thing is that if you need an English speaking person to guide you and to tell you what things are and how things are done, then yeah, you might want to contact me, but it's not essential if you just want to go and, have a look.
Okay. And just to mention, because I happen to know this, I know that the women wear head coverings, and the men wear head coverings too, and you can bring your own, or they can be provided, right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. Yes.
All right. And then just in terms of like getting in touch with you, I know that you guys don't have a website, but is there another way that we could get in touch with you if we wanted more information?
Yes, you can contact me through my email, which is Preet, my name, Preet, K, symbol for Kaur, so PreetKMADAN @gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay.
Yep.
We'll make a note of that on the broadcast. So thank you so much. That's all we have time for today. But I really want to thank you, Preet, for coming and for speaking with us. Again, my name is Bonnie Rose, and until we meet again, thank you for watching.